Hello, dear folks, dear fellow Americans who love this country as much as we do. We're talking about this lovely country with a government as big as the number one of the whole universe being shut down for the past 16 years. Lucky we get it reopened as of today, as of this morning. And the government has given orders to call them back. Okay, we're not going, we're coming back, something like that. And they say the real coming back will not happen probably until past this weekend, next Monday or Tuesday something, because people just took it easy, say, let's take a vacation.
Yeah.
They're out somewhere.
Golf scores improved, handicaps went
Sure.
down.
All right, good. So, and we were talking about the cost of this shutting down. Now we tend to focus on the fact, on the core of problems, means that what has cost us to do so. So in other words, to make it short, what for? So, to get to the point though, to you as a CPA, I know you have a huge financial background. You know what money is. Right?
I understand money.
Yeah, you understand money. And I mean, what kind of problem is it?
Well, one aspect that we haven't touched on is that our economy is a part of the world economy. And while we're kind of looking at the impact of this shutdown nationally, on a national basis, other governments that are interfacing with us on a daily basis in transactions, they're impacted just like we are.
They got lost too.
Every country out there is just like another citizen.
Yeah.
And we've dropped out of our responsibility to be a continuing participant in economic and social and moral activity on a world basis. And so that's a very big thing, I think.
I see.
And then the true injured parties are the basic Americans, the basic foreign people. Where, like the federal employees, which is our largest employer, which I think makes no sense to me, okay? The government should never be the largest employer because it's supposed to serve the people and
but
not
it is as a fact.
dictate. But it's a fact, yeah. And so the magnitude of taking a timeout, just like in a football game, timeout, a TV timeout, that's what they do. And those that create that deferral of time don't suffer, other than maybe in some reputation, which is good.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's pointless to shut it down. It's pointless.
But to lawmakers, even though they have nothing to suffer or they have nothing to gain, do you think somebody somehow has lost some kind of ground during the debate, during the fight, even during the negotiation, during the vote back and forth, and during the whole 16 days?
If we look at approval ratings, which are not necessarily perfectly accurate, but all the way from the president down to the Congress and all related employees have lost face.
We lost face.
A lot of cultures don't like to lose face, okay?
We lost face, and we lost taxpayers' faith.
Right.
Both.
Right. That's exactly right.
Both.
And
you know what? You know what the newest, the latest reading of congressional approval? How much that is?
In the 20s or something?
No, come on. It's almost touching the single digits.
I hope so.
It's 10 little bit.
I hope so.
It's 10 little bit.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I personally believe that we should have term limits, so there's not such momentum of people building up. For example, the Congress and certain federal employees aren't even affected by Obamacare because they're exempted from it.
Now what's happening is with term limits.
I know.
Let's assume without term limits or extending term limits, those guys will become even stubborner.
Well, they'll be
than
more.
They already are.
The desire for power will be fed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, of course. So let's keep the term limit.
Yeah.
If we cannot shorten it, otherwise those guys will not be. It won't work. Now, look at it. How big? Let me ask. How big is the problem? Okay. Number one, we live on borrowing basis, which is a fact. It's not starting today.
Right.
Right. Number two, Obamacare is signed into laws.
Right.
Right. You vote to defunding it. It never happened, and it's supposed to go, and then at the end of the day, you capitulated to let it go.
Right. So nothing was gained other
than
was gained. Animosity. That's all.
right?
There's never been
And
such disdain.
to the Democrats on the left-hand side, though, they didn't gain anything either. That's exactly what they wanted in the very beginning.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Suppose if the Republicans, to which I would have to give the credit to, if they would not bend, things goes on like this,
Yep.
and neither will the Democratic Party do the same thing. And then we're not talking about 16 days; we're talking about more.
I have a new concept I haven't shared with you and your viewers, and some people will disagree with me and some will agree.
Yeah.
But it seems like, because I've been on the planet long enough, I've seen many administrations
Okay.
in action, okay? And I've seen some, many disagreements. But right now it seems to me that on the Democratic side, this is the first time I think there's two parties that view the essence of government in a different way. I think the Democratic side is quite leaning toward more socialism than the foundation of America, which is the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights. And I think we have two visions of government and before there was always the same vision of government, but just disagreements on how to allocate resources within that vision. Now, I think I'm right. I might not be. I'd like to be wrong.
I would say you are right. Unfortunately, you are right. Unfortunately, I would say, put it this way, even me myself, being in this country, I wasn't born here, but I've been here long enough. Like you said, you've been long enough, planning for long enough. I've been here long enough, right? For long enough to see what? For long enough to see, if you recall in history, we have never been so divided.
Never.
We know that there's always a partisan issue, but
Sure.
the partisan issue is a positive thing.
Yes.
It will give you, it always give you, it does give you, and it will give you questions from different angles.
checks and
How about
balances.
this? How about that? How about this? How about that?
Yeah.
That goes with the checks and balances.
If it's within the same
Right.
vision of the country's soul, yes.
Provided it is not so divided, you're talking about black and white.
Right, right.
Either your way or my way or no way.
Or the highway, right, right,
Or no way.
right.
Right. But the American politics is not to work out so many years, like 230, 80 years,
Yep.
to come to a point to allow the system to let you know, to work out a solution of no way.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I think part of it is that a lot of our younger people, which I cherish, I wish I was still among them.
All right, okay.
But we're not teaching the history and the foundation of this country as originally created.
Yeah.
As strongly. I grew up knowing everything about. We studied history, studied the various philosophies, and the commitment to the individual citizen, not to the government as being the dictating force.
Yeah.
And that's been eroded.
Even the problem has been showing up even more obviously during the past 10 years. If you look back to year 2000 for that election, the loser within minutes announced, say, I support him fully 100%.
Right.
Right?
That's right.
And again, 2004 with Al Gore, he lost. He turned within 5 minutes a statement
Right.
of fully support 100%
Right.
to the winner.
Right.
Now Obama has entered into the second year of his second term.
Right.
People are still going 100% against him.
That's right.
Don't forget that's your president too.
I know it's my president, but I just want the foundation of the thoughts beyond the laws and government activities to be based on the original American view of our country, which makes it desirable for gentlemen like yourself to come here. I've asked so many people over the years, why did you come to America? They all talk about freedom. And I think our freedom as individual citizens are being eroded right now. And that hurts.
That's even a larger issue. It's been what? It's been deprived.
I agree with you.
It's been sabotaged.
Right. Sabotaged.
It's
Right.
been sabotaged.
IRS,
right?
Department of Justice.
That's exactly what's
sabotage.
happening. But the problem is that you know what? I'm jumping to one point to another though. I have no problem if they call it Obamacare for a joke. which
Right.
is okay.
Right.
But as to a law, though, law is a law. It's not Obamacare.
Yeah.
It's the United States care because
Right.
it is confirmed
right.
into law, and it is double confirmed by the Supreme Court of Justice of the United States that is a lawful law.
Who declared it a tax?
Yes.
When it was proposed
Right?
that it was not
Who
a
declares
tax.
the tax? What be it a tax or not tax, you may agree or not agree.
Yeah.
But now that we're talking about a law, you have to go by.
My biggest problem with it is they call it the Affordable Care Act.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's unaffordable. The information as it develops is
Yeah, of course.
difficult.
You may later argue about it. Is it fair or not?
Yeah.
Is it
Affordable or
is it
not.
affordable or not?
Yeah.
But you are not going to defeat it because that's a law already.
Right, but when things like, for example, we had prohibition back in the 1920s. That was a law, and it sort of didn't work. Okay, so when certain laws don't work, you evolve with.
And then
Change
you're
it.
welcome to go into another process
Yes.
of voting,
Yes.
of denying it,
Yes.
or even you can impeach it,
Right,
right?
right.
You can overturn it, but not on the lips on everything.
Right.
To create such a fight that ends up shutting the government
right.
down
Threatens
in
our-
order to go over against the law.
Right.
You see my point?
Yes,
You
absolutely.
see my point? If that was over something else, for example, say, should we build up another monument of Lincoln next to Lincoln Monument?
Yeah,
Right?
right.
And then you can put all your efforts to do it because it's really questionable.
Well, the real fight of importance is debt and entitlements. And all these others are issues that are being used to distract from the growing fatality that debt.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Those are into laws already.
Right.
Yeah, go to law. Go to the law procedure.
Right,
Right.
right.
Go to law procedure.
But address the issues that
Addressing
affect
issues to
our
make
viability.
a point. To make a point by shutting the government
Yeah.
down. That's not the way to do.
Right, I
All
agree, yeah.
So back to my audiences, I really feel sorry for having to be so emotional. Sometimes I can't help because this is our country we're talking about. It's our beloved country we're talking about. It's the piece of land everybody dreams for I'm talking about, right? Yes. So we got to have the right to protect them, exercise right to protect it. So stay with us. Short Mo. We'll be right back.